तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू चलता चल.
Today we have with us Shrishty Mishra. She is from Durgapur, West Bengal. She has done her BTech in computer science and she is recommended in SSCW tech entry. And this at total number of attempts is 8. So this has been her 8th attempt. So we will start with her motivation, what motivated her to join defense services, and exactly how technical entry came and how what all happened previously.
So,
Yes, start.
ma'am, my motivation, there's no specific thing from which I got motivated. So, like every Indian, I was very fond of Indian Army and my entire family. Then I joined karate, which was very similar to the discipline and the energy, strength that we require in a sports and then in army. So when I joined there, I enjoyed doing karate. I was very regular and all. So then I got to know about myself that I love these kind of things, and by that I got motivation because I find everything a complete lifestyle that army provides: physical strength, mental toughness, and opportunity to serve the motherland. So this was my motivation to join. And then I have cleared CDS FCAT, so I gave those entries also. And then by getting shortlisted in computer science department, I was able to appear for technical entries. So this was my third technical entry.
People are curious to know, is the technical entry different? What kind of technical questions are asked? How much technical background should you have? So any experience that you had personally with technical entries that you had given?
Ma'am, for me, it was no different than other SSBs because I have always been asked technical questions in all the other entries as well. But this time, the intensity or the number of questions related to my technical background was quite more than earlier attempts in earlier interviews, because he asked me many technical questions this time.
Fine. So you said you have written that you are also systems engineer in Tata Consultancy Services, and it's a hectic job. So how did you manage SSG preparation with these attempts, along with you being a systems engineer at TCS?
Initially, I did not take the job. After my graduation, I took a drop for a year and I cleared up because at that time I was not eligible for tech entries. I never got shortlisted on the basis of my graduation marks. So I took a drop. I prepared for all these CDS FCAT. I cleared them all in 2021, and then I took a job after my last written attempt. Means after CDS, I took a job it has been just 6 months, 7 months. So for me, it was okay to prepare for the written, and then for SSB, as sir says, that it is a part of life. For preparation, you don't need to take time or something. So I did whatever sir said to me by doing my job as well.
Okay. So what difference did you find in your previous attempts, and then when you started interaction with sir, and then the recommendation attempt? What transpired? What difference did you find?
Earlier, I was not focused on developing my personality, but more on SSB process, how lecturate takes place or how to write GP. That was my approach. But I was following sir since 2020. I used to see his videos and all. So I tried to inculcate that. But then after my fifth attempt, I took guidance from sir. I enrolled in February 2022. So after interacting with him, I got to know the core things that I lack in myself. So I improved my physical fitness. Sir said to gain clarity, to see clarity in whatever I read, whatever I do. So that is one of the things that has helped me the most. And ma'am, daily regular sessions of NFA has also helped me in improving in writing GPs or thinking in a way, not like others, what to say, irrational approach to everything. So I got this after joining the academy.
Tell us something regarding your recommendation attempt, starting from day one, the screening process, and especially those who are getting repeatedly screened out. What do you have? Do you wish to say something to them? Screening process.
Uh, on the day of reporting, it was 13th July, and there was 167 reporting. Out of that, 30 got screened in. So for me, OIR has always been simple. I am able to do it because reasoning is okay for me. So it was 100 questions of OIR, and that was 30 minutes were given for us, given for each of them. So I did it. And in PPDT, as sir says, I wrote a normal reasonable story that I found because the picture was of village background, and there was one female standing on some podium or stage kind of thing, and then there were three four was seeing her, but those three four ladies were seeing her. So I wrote that she's a sarpanch and she is hearing the grievances of the public and she tries to solve it and improves the condition of the village. And in a discussion, I narrated it well, confidently, with a good pitch of voice and all. So narration was okay for me. And in group discussion, I got screened out recently on 24th June from Bhopal. So after that, I interacted with sir, and sir said to use crisp words. Whatever I want to say, to speak or deliver it crisply. So at this time, when the first group, there was 15 of us, so we got divided into two subgroups. When the first group came into the conclusion that she's a sarpanch and she's solving some issue of water crisis, so I took the theme and I said that actions can be added, and I just told about the actions. I just added those words. I spoke only those words that were important. So for me, this worked this time. I was able to contribute, and I did not speak much like I did last time, and I got screened in.
Okay. Next, psychology.
Ma'am, in psychology, whatever sir says, I do that. I wrote all the TAT stories, all the VAT, all the SRTs, and self description. I wrote whatever was checked by. So whatever he says, I do that. I sit calmly. I observe the picture. Whatever comes to my mind, I write it down.
Next, GTO tasks. What about GTO tasks?
So in GTO, we were given
Starting
two
from
topics.
GD, GP, lecture,
Haha.
everything one by one.
So in group discussion, we were given two topics. One of them was how can India become a superpower? Three leads for military strength, economy, and the third one was assertive foreign policy. I don't know exactly, I can't remember. And the second GD topic was what will be the outcome if women are inducted as Jawan in Indian Army? And there were three leads. One was increase in physical abuse, second was gender partiality, and third was lowering the standard of army. So in the first one, I followed the economy lead. That economy will lead India into a superpower. And in second one, I followed the lead of gender partiality, which women will face if she get inducted as a Jawan in Indian Army. The second in GP, it was like normal we usually practice. There were four problems and we had to deal with it. I tried to give all the important inputs, whatever was required, but it was very chaotic at that time. So I contributed the way and as much as I can, and it was over. But the GP did not go well because sir said that I am not clear with your team's approach. So he kept on asking that what you will do after this, what you will do after that. So GP did not go that well. After that, in PGT, I was always bad in PGT. I couldn't come up with ideas. That was one of the drawback that sir pointed out, that I lack reasoning ability or I'm not clear with the logic that is applied in PGT. So this time because of different approach, because of the classes that ma'am you host in Wednesday and Sundays, where logic building exercises takes place. So with that, because of that, I got clear logic how to apply this Balli and Phatta, and what is the basic science behind it, physics. So in PGT, for the first PGT one, I was at the back and people were doing applying things and we were walking over it and we were crossing it. But I was there. I was telling them ideas, and if they're saying that this is the idea, I'll say that okay, apply, it will work. In PGT2, what happened that we got stuck in between. So I said that I was out, I was not inside that task. So I said that one of the idea can be applied. So sir said that whoever has the idea can come there. So I went there and I applied that idea, and by then we were able to move forward. So that was the point when I got in with the idea. And then PGT, we were able to complete the PGT, and by PGT 3, sir said that the time is over. The ladies, we have to conclude it. So only PGT 3 we were able to do. Then in HGT also similar thing happened. I was able to give some ideas, and because of the collective effort, we were able to cross it. In lecturate, there were three topics. One was India's Mars mission, India-Pakistan relationship, and online learning. And I don't remember the fourth topic. I chose India-Pakistan as the topic to deliver. So because of good practice in sessions, I was able to do it nicely. Then on the GTO2 day, there individual obstacles. I was able to complete six. I was able to complete six completely. It was in seventh I attempted, but I was not able to do it, and the time was over. So, and in command task, I was the first one to be called, and this time the equipments that were given to me, helping material, were different. A fatta was given to me. There was a square, and one more rod was given. So, sirs, I because it was new to me, I tried to come up with the ideas. I told some ideas to sir. Then sir kept on changing the colors and all. No, Shrishti, give me one more idea with the same structure. Then he asked me to change the path. So I changed the path. I did that also. And even in that path, he kept on saying, ki, no, this is red, this is blue. Now come up with some different idea and all. So I was able to complete the command task. And FGT is everyone gets the idea, and we were able to do it as well in 5-6 minutes.
So, tell me how you being a group coordinator of NFA 27, let's say, how did that help you in your this SSB?
Ma'am, it's a sense of responsibility is on me if I am the coordinator. So every time I have to be prepared with any picture that we will write in PPDT or the GPs, the topic of lecturate, and if sometimes there were good number of people joining. So at that time, managing or talking to everyone has improved me, has opened me up.
And what were your resources? Because I find that you remember the topics, subtopics, leads, everything. So there must be some kind of study and hard work that you did behind those covering those topics. Let's say in India, Pakistan. So what were the resources?
Ma'am, reading newspaper was one of the things that I did regularly, and I watch a lot of videos some current affairs videos, as well as to prepare for these topics. I have taken help of static sources, that what happened in the past related to different countries, USA or Russia. So I gathered information about different topics because I have given so many SSBs. So I knew the topics of mob lynching, then there were topics of population boon or bane. So I kept on thinking of that topics, and sometimes if I get the videos on such topics, I would see it. So YouTube and reading newspapers were these main sources.
Now, coming to the physical aspects, tell us something regarding how did you prepare yourself physically for the, let's say, individual obstacles or snake race? How did you prepare yourself?
I was doing karate, so I was very regular with the normal core exercises, but I did not like running. What sir said, I read sir's essay on running. So I started doing that regularly. That 30 minutes, I need to sustain myself for 30 minutes. So that improved me, because in GOR or in individual obstacles, I was not tired or exhausted. I had enough energy left even after 3 minutes or even after the entire GOR. So I woke up at 5:30. I daily went for running and other core exercises. So gradually it improved me, my strength and everything.
Okay, that's great. Now coming to your interview part, please tell us about your interview.
Ma'am, my interview did not go that well like it used to be earlier. because this time it was very different. Um, he did not ask me many personal questions. There were two main focus of the entire interview. One was he kept on asking me that he doesn't find women suitable for army. So why do you want to join it, or how will you sustain yourself? So he kept on this he kept on asking me questions on this topic only for I think more than 15-20 minutes. He asked me to convince, because he was not at all convinced to take women into army. And the second one was full of technical questions and related to my domain, sometimes about communication, because I said that I'll be joining core of signals. So related to communications, analog digital signals and all, and some of the current affairs at the end about Europe and Russia, Ukraine, India, Pakistan relationship, because that was my lecture topic which he asked me. So this type of questions were there in the interview, and I was not able to answer some of the technical questions, and I found it a bit hard initially when he said that women are not suitable for army and I am not willing to take them, so convince me.
That. So overall, your performance. How do you see yourself? How did you rate yourself? What did you feel before the conference? How was your performance?
Ma'am, I was pretty confident this time because this GTO task went far better than my last attempt. So I knew that I have improved myself. And in psychology test, I was very satisfied because I did whatever came to my mind and I completed it. So I was pretty confident that maybe I'll make this time, but because of interview, I was a bit reluctant, or I was a bit anxious. Maybe not, but if not this time, then next time. That was my thing at that time. That okay, maybe because of interview, I would not be able to clear it, but next time I'm sure, because I have improved myself a lot in these days. So that was my take before conference.
Okay, so let us start during the conference. What all happened?
Ma'am, I was asked to wait for some minute, maybe more 5, 6, 8, 10 minutes, maybe. I don't know the timing, but I knew that it is taking some time. When I went inside, they asked me the meaning of my name, the story behind it, and all, and they asked me the where I could perform better and where I could improve. So, and then normal questions about food and all, and I was asked to leave.
How did the NFA experience overall? Not just group activities, SUS interaction plus physical abilities. How did on help you? How did NFA contribute to your selection finally? Because this had been your eighth attempt, so the difference that you must have seen.
Ma'am, I owe the entire thing, the entire success or the recommendation that I got, that is, I owe entire thing to NFA and to Sir's advice, his guidance, because I was the same person in my fifth attempt also, and then in my eighth attempt. But because of Sir's guidance, I was very clear what to write and all in TAT, because earlier I used to make some complicated stories which Sir pointed out. Then Sir said to be very simple and normal. So and his book, the practical guide of becoming an officer. And then in the NFA sessions, it was very motivating for me. The most productive time of the day was joining the session in the morning. So we would discuss the things that are going around. We would do the activities that were needed in SSBs, and I was improving by then because I could see that, and even my fitness, because and the routine which Sir says to follow. So my family would say that I would wake up at 5:30 and would live a routine life. So they were very happy with the approach or the journey that I was going through. So definitely I owe the entire thing to NFA.
Okay. Now I give it to Nehru sir. Sir.
So, Srishti, congratulations. You have done all of us proud, your group proud, your family proud by working hard systematically as guided and getting the results also. I have few questions. If you take your mind back, did you ever take any coaching earlier? Or you went through some kind of guidance from somewhere?
No, sir, never.
Never. So, how did your mindset change when, or you started following No Frills Academy quite some time back? Na, you told me.
Yes, sir.
So, were you following some other source also?
No, sir.
कोई
No
नहीं
other
था.
source.
नो अदर सोर्स. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. बट ये डिसाइड करने के लिए कि नो फ्रिल्स एकेडमी का ही फॉलो करना है, इसके लिए तो कुछ तो और पता किया होगा ना पहले.
Sir, I would hear your videos. You would say that those coaching improve you, just coach you for SSBs. And I found your approach very rational. So it was with me that vibe match ho rahi thi, sir. So for me, I wanted to improve myself. So I joined.
So that's a very, very good approach you had. And that's why, because your mindset was in the right place, your motivation was good. So it helped you improve. तो ये बताइए कि जब आपको पहले ही आइडिया मिल ही गया था कि इस तरह से काम वाम करना है, तो ज्वाइन करने के बाद मैंने इंटरव्यू करके कुछ बातें बातें बताई होंगी, उससे कुछ फर्दर चेंज क्या आया?
सर सारा चेंज उसी से आया. आई वॉज नॉट नोइंग वेयर आई लैक, एंड बिकॉज आई डिड नॉट टेक एनी कोचिंग, मेरी पीजीटी बिल्कुल अच्छी नहीं थी. कुछ समझ ही नहीं आता था मुझे. यू सेड सर आई एम नॉट क्लियर विद द थिंग्स दैट आई रीड. So seeking clarity was one of the thing that I looked forward to. That okay, even if I do PGT, I'll try to think or observe the structure carefully or the logic that is applied. Even if I work, I will try to, where I work, I try to find out ki how this, after the work I have completed, what next happens with this. So I try to see clarity to whatever I do.
Very, very nice. So you would have realized over a period of time that quantity of information is far less important than the quality of information you assimilate. And once you have clarity in understanding things, even your expression becomes clearer.
Yes,
You
sir.
are able to communicate also with greater clarity. Did you find this improvement taking place in you in your workplace also?
Yes, sir. Whatever I said in a crisp manner and clearly.
तो जो था आपके ग्रुप मेंबर्स को भी इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा था इसका?
So I don't know.
You don't
Maybe.
know. That they will know better. And what about your parents? उनका क्या फीडबैक था कि आप में क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट आ रहा है? What they were feeling?
So they were very happy with my routine that I followed, because that was a thing very visible to them. And they said that I'm working hard, so I'll achieve it someday. And sir, there's one more thing I would like to add. You said this to me that do not improve yourself for SSB, but for life. If you want to live a good life, so that was very that was ingrained in my mind. Okay, if not SSB, then I want to improve my personality for life.
Very, very nice. Srishti, actually talking to you is so inspiring. क्योंकि मैं शिक्षा तो सबको देता हूँ, मैं खुद ही फॉलो इतने अच्छे से नहीं कर पाता जितने अच्छे से आपने किया है. Fine. So you are inspiring me that I should also start following whatever I'm trying to teach with greater sincerity. Very, very nice, Srishti. It is very nice what you have done. You've done us proud, and please continue in the same, with the same attitude, and you will find that life also is quite simple, and getting success is also not that complicated, and you are absolutely on the right path. Please continue like this and keep getting success, and remain in touch with No Frills Academy, with me also, with your group members. I'm sure you people develop very good bonds, and you continue with that. So I have nothing more to add except that thank you for inspiring me that I
Sir, no, sir.
continue in the same way. So now you are open to answers questions to others, please.